Hello everyone, it is October and you are all writing your introductions for your recommendation reports for ENGI 2304. I want to give you some tips though. So I've read through your purpose statements and my buddy Alistair here wanted to give you some tips about how to make sure you're comparing apples to apples and not oranges to oranges. You can of course compare apples to oranges, but it's hard to make a decision that way because they do different things. So when you're talking about any of the topics, any of the ones that you most of you are writing about, some of you chose ones that are not the ones I gave you, but most of you did. So for example, if you're talking about wind turbines and solar farms, you would want to make sure you're comparing similar things or similar choices that can accomplish the same goals. For example, it's hard to compare wind turbines with residential solar farms. You can talk about how expensive it is to build a wind turbine, and then you can talk about how expensive it is to put solar panels on a house, but those are very different solutions to different problems. So if what you want to do is talk to homeowners and recommend the best one for a backyard or for a homeowner, maybe wind turbines aren't even in the running, or if they are, they're going to be a very different kind of wind turbine. So if you were trying to recommend wind turbines or solar farms for people who live in the city of Houston, wind turbines may not even be an option. Okay, so make sure you're comparing similar things. So if you were going to do that, you'd want to choose a specific type of smaller wind turbine that can actually be placed in a residential setting. Similarly, if you wanted to go the other route, you wouldn't be talking about residential solar panels, you'd be talking about huge solar farms like you sometimes do see out in West Texas. So make sure that you're looking at things that accomplish the same goals. So that's wind turbines and solar farms. But if you're talking about self-driving cars and regular cars, it's kind of the same thing. A lot of you are talking about price. Well, first of all, almost all self-driving cars are electric. Therefore, if you're going to talk about self-driving cars, you would probably talk about electric regular cars. So it's not regular gasoline vehicles and then self-driving vehicles. Also, self-driving vehicles are normally luxury vehicles. You wouldn't compare the price of a Tesla Model X or Model S and a much cheaper domestic car. So you would want to make sure that you're talking about similar items. So if it's a luxury car, compare it to another luxury car. Same with electric and hydrogen vehicles. You would want to make sure you're comparing comparable ones. You couldn't say that the Toyota, I think it's called the Mirai, is $60,000, but the Tesla Model X is $90,000. Those aren't actually comparable vehicles. Okay, so if you're going to do that, you would have to find something that is comparable to the hydrogen Toyota Mirai. So that's electric and hydrogen and self-driving. The same with compostable goods. You'll need to compare goods that will do the same things. So if one is used for trash bags, but this compostable good that you found can't be used for trash bags, well, maybe you're not actually comparing something comparable. But maybe that is the point, that plastics are more versatile. So I think that's it. I just want to make sure that you are thinking about the actual choices that people would make. You wouldn't make the choice between a Ferrari and a cheaper domestic car, for example. Just like you wouldn't make the choice between a huge wind turbine and solar panels for your house. Good luck.